Good sleep should come naturally, and with a new natural hybrid mattress, it can. A collaboration between Lisa and West Elm, the natural hybrid is expertly crafted from natural latex, natural wool, and certified safe foams to elevate your sleep sanctuary and support a greener tomorrow. Breathable organic cotton and moisture-wicking Joma wool consistently provide cool and comfortable slumber. Every purchase helps fuel Lisa's work with shelters and those in need. Visit lisa.com to learn more. That's LEESA.com.
You never want to find yourself out on the water fishing without the essentials. So it's best to always pack a Columbia PFG Solar Stream Elite hoodie to protect against the sun. I mean, it provides great protection and it's really breathable so you don't get hot. That's a win-win. Columbia PFG has a lot of great gear. So before you head out on the water, head over to Columbia.com/PFG to shop their performance fishing gear.
Any cool roster moves?
Yeah, we released Nate this morning, Rourke, and Theo will practice today.
The end of practice the other day, JMS wasn't participating. Was that injury related, or what was the thought there?
Yeah, he had a little shoulder. He'll do individual today. He'll be okay, but monitor him.
What have you seen from Jimmy Morrissey?
He's picked up the system really well. Good communicator inside, has some athleticism to him. So keep on rolling him in there and keep improving.
You going to go with just 3 quarterbacks for training camp?
Yeah, that's the plan right now. Yep.
Where do you stand on, in the past you've always only kept 2 quarterbacks, on the possibility of keeping 3 this year? I mean, Daniel does have a pretty extensive injury history. Does that change the situation possibly?
Yeah, I understand the question. It's pretty early right now, so we'll go through training camp, see how it goes.
Will Newman do anything to them?
No, we'll keep him. We'll keep him again today. He's really close, but we'll keep him doing the same stuff he did last week.
Anybody other than Schmitz who did practice the other day who won't?
Well, everybody else, Timmy will be back out there, Horn. Everybody else will be the same.
Illuminor talked his way into right tackle.
Yeah, he's tough. Yeah, we were planning on individual, and he hasn't missed any practices in training camp. So that was important to him. He's got the right mindset. He's been a good addition for us.
What do you make out of a practice like, I forget what day today is, Friday, where you take a bunch of shots downfield, but you really don't hit on a lot of them?
It's practice. Yeah, that's why we practice. Whether it's offensively, defensively, kicking game, you go through, you look at it, but you do a lot of things in practice, and that's why you do it.
Is there anything you saw of, common thread maybe of why you didn't?
Well, no, I'd say the pass game involves everybody, whether it's the offensive line, the quarterback, the running backs, the tight ends, the receivers. So these are important days for us.
We saw some of on Hard Knocks when Joe first came to you guys and at the combine and said Brian Burns. What was your reaction when you found out that was a possibility? How much did you pull Joe to say hey, that's a guy we need?
Yeah, you talk about the players, you go back, you evaluate them. Obviously, I've seen him play. He's a good football player. He's been a good addition for us as well through OTAs, not just on the field, but in the classroom. I think he's done a really good job with Kayvon and that outside linebacker defensive end room. Happy we did it.
What is the good versus good like when he's going against Andrew Thomas? And I know pads aren't on,
sure,
obviously, but we don't see Andrew Thomas lose a lot of reps ever, and Brian Burns put a pretty nasty.
We say that a lot when we're watching as a coaching staff. Man, that's a fun matchup to watch. Those guys go at it. They make each other better. They're both really good football players, so I think it helps us as a team.
What are you seeing from him and Kayvon in the meeting room?
Yeah, again, Burns has really been a valuable asset in there. He's gives a lot of input. He's a good communicator. I think Kayvon bounces things off of him, but he'll bounce things off of Kayvon. Charlie Bullen, we brought him in. He's done a great job with those guys as well. And I'd say Aziz has had a good 3 days.
You were asked
when you want to divvy up, when you decide you're divvying up your reps on a day-to-day basis, do you take an off day and kind of restructure things and say, okay, this is, these guys are going to move to this group? I mean, is that how this whole thing, comes together over the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, we talk about it. We revisit it. We revisit it every night. We revisit it after the 3 days, whether you make an adjustment in practice plan or reps or matchups or things like that. That's a constant art.
Do you notice the players realize what's going on? I mean, are they aware?
I think they're just focused on doing their job the best they can. Everybody has a role. Everybody has a job to do, and I think their mindset is, let's just focus on my job, do the best I can, and try to win the day.
How's Evan doing?
Making progress. Still not there.
Do you anticipate maybe this week at all, or?
We'll see. We'll take it day by day.
Did Rourke ask to be released?
He did not.
Separately, the defensive tackle spot next to Dex, what are you looking for the players who are going to compete for and win that? And just curious how you see Elijah Chapman and how he's played so far.
Yeah, Dre and Cox have done a nice job. A smaller guy, has good quickness, presents some different issues in there relative to his size, but his quickness. We have some veterans in there with Nacho and Jordan, and then some young guys that Dre and Cox have been developing here the last couple years. It'll be good competition.
What's the priority for that position? Like the expectation is it stopping the run? Is it pushing the pocket?
Both. Yeah, getting pressure on the quarterback and doing a good job in the run game.
You guys mentioned in Hard Knocks, I think it was Shane Bowen actually said, Boogie kind of being a potential option in one of those sort of inside pass rush
Say early right now. It could be, but it's early. And just to go back on Nate, we talked to him this morning, Pat. He wasn't getting a lot of reps. He's done a fantastic job since he's been here. We thought, to give him an opportunity to maybe pop on and get some more reps was the right thing to do. But he's done a great job since he's been here. It was a good conversation, and we'll see what happens down the road.
You were asked the other day about Trey Hawkins getting the reps in Deontay's place. I honestly didn't really understand what you were saying, what the thought process is there.
Yeah, the other thing I said was we have an individual plan for every player coming back, whether it's a corner, could be Tay Banks, maybe Micah, whoever it may be, and we're just making sure we're ramping these guys up the right way.
So it's
based on each individual player.
So it's about Banks monitoring his workload.
He'll get more as we go. He'll get more today and continue to get more. But everybody has an individual plan, if you will, and you also want to see some different things matchup-wise. But I'd say it's more based on the plan for the individual player.
Right. As you stand here now, can you say Evan Neal will be ready for week one? Like, is there any concern about his preparedness for that time?
Yeah. I'd say this, Pat, it's day to day, and each day is getting better. When he's ready to go, he'll be ready to go.
Serious question. Joe said on Kay Adams that you became a huge Pilates fan this offseason. How'd that happen? Like, family, players who recommended it to you, and you're extremely competitive. How do you get your competitive fix out of Pilates?
Well, the first one where I go, it's called DTR Pilates in Wyckoff. It's a friend of my wife's, and we were having dinner on a Sunday a few months ago, and I said, hey, I think I want to try that. So I started going. First few weeks, I was not too pleased with it. It was pretty sore, but try to stick with it. Go pretty early in the morning. As you get older, there's less things you can do. So we'll see how that goes. You don't have a lot of time to do other things other than football. So we'll see how it goes.
You able to squeeze it in when training camp starts, or is...
Yeah, sometimes I'll go 5 and get half an hour to 45 minutes. But as training camp and the season hits, those things take a back seat.
People have asked you about your weight loss and how you did it and that kind of thing.
Yeah, if you go back, it's pretty well documented. 20 years ago, it's like a roller coaster, and I'd like to say it won't be a roller coaster, but it probably will be again.
Do you feel better though physically, if I may ask that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Sorry for your answers already. Anybody from Friday who's not going to be able to go today? Like new injuries or new ailments?
Yeah, no. The guys that I talked about, Pat, everybody should be able to go. The guys that were out will be out, and then Theo will be back up.
Good sleep should come naturally, and with a new natural hybrid mattress, it can. A collaboration between Lisa and West Elm, the natural hybrid is expertly crafted from natural latex, natural wool, and certified safe foams to elevate your sleep sanctuary and support a greener tomorrow. Breathable organic cotton and moisture-wicking Joma wool consistently provide cool and comfortable slumber. Every purchase helps fuel Lisa's work with shelters and those in need. Visit lisa.com to learn more. That's LEESA.com.
High Five Casino. High Five Casino is a social casino with real prizes and big Vegas hits at highfivecasino.com. The hottest games right from Vegas, and all winnings go straight to your bank account. Hundreds of exclusive games, free daily rewards, and come back to get free coins every 4 hours. Only at highfivecasino.com.
High Five Casino is a social casino. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. Play responsibly. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details at high5casino.com. High Five Casino.